Hi everyone, happy International Women's Day. I'm just, well not just, I've come back from a breakfast this morning with a client through work, a member through work, and they put on an International Women's Day breakfast, which was great. Had some really cool speakers and were supporting the Leukemia Foundation, which is a fantastic cause, and the speaker they had was very moving and very inspirational, so it was great. It was great being in a room with like-minded people. But I wanted to check in today. It's the 8th of March, International Women's Day, and it's been a little bit, not really, it was only Monday that I checked in, but seems like a lot has happened since then. Been busy with work, with a lot of events, but also some personal stuff that has been going on with my family, which hasn't been so great, but it kind of just reminded me of how much family is important, and being healthy and fit and kind of just being your best self is so important. But there are sometimes realities where things are out of our hands, and we can only do so much, and we've just got to sometimes be handed the cards we're dealt, but in a sense of being able to still look after yourself, look after your mind, after your body, and just have some great people around you. So sometimes the weeks can be tough, and sometimes getting to the gym can be almost impossible. Some things do take precedence sometimes. I did my fantastic 5k run, 5.13 k1, have to put that in, on Monday, and really fantastic. I was so excited and happy getting that distance, including a few stops, but it was really, really good. So that was on Monday. I had a really busy week. I knew I would be in the city 4 days out of the week this week, so my ability to train was hindered by having to go into work and having to go into the office, and like I said, there were a few family setbacks this week, so really I haven't trained since Monday outside, and Biggie, poor thing, still hasn't had many walks this week. So we're looking at doing some walkies with him this afternoon. I'm going to take him to the park and he can have a huge run around. And tomorrow, if all goes well, I am set to do my first run club. See how we go. I've only done the 5k run once, and I've stopped multiple times in that, but it's there's comfort in the name of this group, which is the Slow Girls Run Club. So there's no pressure on, pace or distance. And, I think that's helpful for picking up, because God knows how that's going to work tomorrow. But I'm determined to kind of do it. I, also am determined to, search out for the community as well. So hopefully it's a good group of girls. It's a female-only run club, so we're looking at doing that, and then Sunday, do some gym sessions. So having said all that, I have jumped on the scales this morning, and I have lost the weight that I had put on in the last couple of weeks, and then lost a little bit more from that. So, which is great. I'm down to 71.2 kgs. So that getting to that under 70 by April is there. And it's still active, and we're going for goal as slow as you like. But the reality is, I think setbacks happen. Your weight's going to go up and down. It's more important to be as healthy and strong as I'm hoping to be and as I can be. So that's where my, I guess, focus lies. But it is, having said that, it is nice to see the weight on the scale change, as toxic and as screw it up as that may be. The reality is it's good to see a progression when you've got a goal in mind. And also, you know, I just think as you get older, I've found that progression into, you know, trying to lose weight is a lot harder, like, now than it was maybe even 5 years ago. Like, it's those grams and kilos are just, you know, every one of them is a struggle to get to. So it's you know, it just means the process of doing the work is maybe a little bit longer, or you need to be more disciplined. But the reality is there's biology comes into play, and, you know, it happens because it happens. But the aim is not to well, the only aim isn't to drop the numbers on the scale, but it is to be fit and healthy in both mind and body. So that's my real, at the core, is my aim. So just wanted to check in, just wanted to kind of say that there's going to be setbacks that are out of your hands when it comes to your health or the health of your family, and sometimes you have to prioritize other people before yourself. You know, I've made it not a mission, but I guess one of the things I want to start doing is ensuring I set boundaries for myself, so that I am protecting my own, I guess, health and well-being, my own mental health, my own physical health. And sometimes that does mean maybe cutting people out of your life, saying no to things, and, you know, cutting out. And it may be that's a temporary thing, or it might be long term. You know, I think there's something that comes with age when you start to evaluate life and reevaluate what things have been working, not working. I think that sometimes you look at it and think, okay, that might be a reason I'm not doing that, or, you know, that person may be not as good for me as I once thought, or that habit isn't, you know, the best for me. So there's sometimes you need to look at that and you know, really kind of reassess. So having said that, you know, there is areas where those boundaries have to be dropped in order to put other people first sometimes. And, you know, the people that you care and love about, that's a reality, and that's what you want to be doing as a good human being, is putting the needs of your loved ones, if not before yours, or, you know, at that same level. But when I say I want to set boundaries, it's boundaries with excuse me, and boundaries with, you know, things that just don't work in your life. So whether that's eating habits or exercise habits or the people you surround yourself with, you know, we all only get one precious life. So we've got to make sure that we're, you know, doing the best to our ability and have no regrets and no resentment to not having done something because someone or people expect a certain level from you that is unrealistic or not what you want of your own life. So yeah, this week has been a difficult week. It's been a busy week. It's been a good learning week. I think there's always good to see positives out of things, but we're back on. I'm going to take Biggie for a walk this afternoon once I finish work, and, you know, we're going to really kind of put the focus back on us again, and, you know, check in with myself mentally and physically. And by doing that, I mean, you know, phone down and switched off, you know, reading some, getting up early and watching the sunrise, going for a run, going to the gym, just having a laugh. It's needed. I say this often to my friends, and, you know, you are, when you go through bad or difficult times, or even on a general basis, you know, we we can't be upset or negative 24 hours a day. We can't do that, I guess. There's going to be moments that are going to make you laugh. There's going to be moments where you stop thinking for a second about whatever is making you upset and you enjoy a minute of, solitude, or, a funny movie or a TV show. So the reality is, for me, as much as possible, and it's not always possible, to kind of not wallow in how I feel and really try to pick myself up and move forward. Easier said than done. There's sometimes I feel like I, can feel anxious, or I can feel down, or have those moments where, you think the world's against you. I think that is something that happens, and especially if there are, not such great things happening in your life, you start to think, oh, what have I done to deserve this? Or why is this happening? Something's going so well, and then, it has to, go into another, it has to stop for whatever reason. That's out of your control. But, hopefully you can have those moments where you just like stand back and say, okay, I can make it better, or things aren't as bad as what I see, or I can get through this as much as I can. So look, a bit of a different check-in this for the Friday, but I think it's important to recognize that there are things that may stop or hinder or pause what you're doing, and that's okay. It's just a matter of being able to pick up and go with it again, and pick up the focus again, and just do what makes you happy, and do what your body and your mind want and need. And I think that's really important. So it's me signing off for you Friday. See ya.